In this video, we'll be having a look at the overview of Toolbar 1. Toolbar 1 is very similar to the Microsoft Office layout, where we find the tabs and then you click on them and there's drop downs all below them. So if we were to run through the ones at the top, you'll see if you click on them, there are a whole lot of functions that are listed below them. We're going to run through it quickly. There are more videos relating to the individual aspects in the individual sections that we'll be looking at in Toolbar 1. Let's start with File. You'll find your usual options that you are used to: New, Open, Save, Print, Exit. Inside Notebook, there are some ones that are specific to Notebook, like Import, so you can import different types of files into Notebook. Export, where you can export the Notebook file out as different types for your students if they don't have Notebook, for colleagues if they don't have Notebook. Export page as a gallery item, so if you like this page and you've made it into a template, you can then go and export it into your gallery and use it over and over. A nice button that we have here is the Time Saves. Time Saves allows me to go and choose when I want to automatically save this lesson. So its default is do not save the document automatically, or you could go and change it in a different increments every time I move to a different page, or 1 minute, 5, 15, or 30. Just remember that every time you do that, it will save at those increments, so it might interrupt your lesson a little bit. Send to. This is a great one if you're online. You can send the lesson to your students as a notebook file, or other teachers as a notebook file, or as a PDF. So if you are in the habit of emailing out your lessons to your students, this is a great way of doing it. The new button that they've got in is Share on the Smart Exchange. It's a great link because it takes you straight to the Smart Exchange. You can log in and you can add in to the exchange. The next button we have is Edit. And again, these are the usual ones that you find in your edit functionality. You also find them on your drop-down properties of an object if you were to go right click on it. So redo, clone, cut, copy, paste, delete. Clone being the different one where we can go and make copies of it without having to go copy paste. In our edit button, if you go right to the bottom, is our preferences. And this allows us to go and set up a few of the functions within Smart Notebook so that we can use them when we're teaching. The shake gesture is one. If you're in the habit of moving your objects around or words or grouping them, it'll group and ungroup the object. You can switch this off if you don't enjoy it. The right click functionality, where you hold your finger on the board for 3 seconds and it turns it into a right click, you can switch that off. The defaults that comes, your image resolution, when you bring your photos in, you can do that. Your measurements for your tool colors, you can change that. And the padding. If you do have response, you can go and change some of the settings on there. So those are the preferences found under the edit. View. This will bring up our different looks, and this is where we start to link up with Toolbar 2, where we have a lot of the icons that replace all these buttons on here. We do have the language setup and the full screen page border, which will show us the different sizes. If you're wanting to record, you could go and change the sizing so you know where you're recording. A nice function here too is the extend page. At the bottom of our page is extend page, and a lot of people sometimes like to use it or don't like it because it gets in the way. You can actually switch it on and off now. We then have our insert. This is obviously where we can insert a whole lot of multimedia into our notebook lesson. So we start with the usual blank page or pictures from scanners. If you are on a laptop, a good idea is to picture from scanner. Picture from scanner, that's a great one, and we cover that in a different video. If you're on a laptop, you can use that to sometimes override it, and it'll give you a webcam view within your notebook lesson. You can then go and show the kids demonstration, so look out for that video. The new one is the internet browser, so we can insert an internet browser directly into our page, and we can go search from within our pages. Format, once again, this is found more on our right-click functionalities of the individual ones. If you have maths, this will be inserted in your toolbar. If you don't, it won't be there. Exactly like response. So I'm not going to go and look at those right now. You will have your tools. And this looks at the tool section of Toolbar 2, all our pens, our shapes, and our lines. Our add-ons is our new feature with our add-ons. We have the activity builder, our alignment, and extreme collaboration if you are on a later version. The help button has some good features for activating your software if it isn't activated. You can check for updates and activation. Okay, we also have the smart notebook tutorial. So you remember the first time you open up your notebook, you had a tutorial. If you want to look at that again, you'd find it right here. So Toolbar 1 follows the general features of Microsoft Office. There are a few unique ones to Notebook, but as I said, if you're looking for individual features from that, go and have a look at our videos and we will have a video on those specific features. Thank you for watching this video, brought to you by the Technology Training Academy.